we should now be live. Good evening, everybody. I'm just going to make sure things are set up correctly here. Performance mode. Yep, probably need to turn this up a bit. Excellent. There we go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the usual Triclaw Sunday stream. And today we are going to be doing something a little bit different with Jurassic World Evolution 2. Do give me a hello in chat and let me know how your 2023 is going. So, little different Monopoly board. It's a game I like, even if it does cause arguments. But I wanted to kind of do something different with JWE2, and I thought a big old Monopoly board was a good idea. So I'm just going to get started with figuring out what needs to be done. Working fine, audio working fine. So what needs to be done? Well, we need to decide on the dinosaurs for all of the squares. I've already done some elements like the utility buildings, and I've done most of the planning already, so we can get started straight in. We've already got our cheapest location on the board already, our little Troodons down here, representing our least expensive part on the board. Obviously this is go. I need to decide what to put in here. This is probably just going to be where we have the entrance. We need to decide basically what all the community chest and chance things are going to look like. Need to decide what to put in the tax space. Hello, Turbosaur. The rail stations are going to be formed out of the tour ride, probably a truck tour or the Jurassic Park tour. I was going to do them as monorails, but I don't want huge monorail structures all the way around the center of the board. I wanted something that we could disguise a little more easily, so we're going to have tour rides, and we're going to sort of theme each tour ride area for a particular style. So I'll have a Malta style one, a Jurassic Park style one, a Jurassic World style one, and probably a DFW or Biosyn one. We do the challenge. I've already done some of the challenge modes for the game. Rex intro. I'm just generally not a fan of challenge mode. I just don't see the point of it. It disappoints me that instead of focusing on better tools for sandbox and better, more attractions and more buildings and that sort of thing, instead we get challenge mode. I've never really liked challenge mode. It was one of the worst features of the first game, in my opinion. I did a few of the Jurassic World Evolution 2's ones at the very beginning, and then I've not gone back to them. I did one of the new Dominion Malta ones. I wasn't that impressed. Well, Rexy, you're in the minority there. Most people do play this game for sandbox mode. Simply because that's primarily what park builders are. Park builders are primarily sandbox games, so you are definitely in the minority then. I think we'll stick with the desert theme for our two least expensive properties here on the board. Since we have a carnivore, it's probably a good idea to go with a herbivore for this one. Setting up the original board? Ooh, well, I should be able to find that out, actually. Let's have a look. So it's taken me 5 hours so far. And that was creating the board, figuring out the best sort of lengths to have all the paths and everything else, and then designing the electric utility station and the jail over here. This is our jail with double perimeter fences, watchtowers, jail cells, and it's even got some guard dogs in the form of Dimetrodon. So you aren't going to be escaping that jail anytime soon. And then we have the water utility over here, which was quite difficult to decide how to build, and I might change it again. But for the moment, that's the water utility. Why don't they add mods to Xbox? There's a lot of different reasons as to why. Primarily, the biggest problem is hardware based, basically. You also have to realize that on a PC, you have access to the game's files, whereas on Xboxes and PlayStations, you don't have access to the files in quite the same way, and most mods require you to overwrite key files to get them to work, which obviously on an Xbox or a PlayStation you just can't achieve. So, unfortunately for people... What is the Innovation Center used for the... Right, so in a standard game of Monopoly, you have chance cards and you have community chest cards. In the Star Wars version of the game I have downstairs, there are Dark Side cards and Light Force cards. So in this version, I decided that one set is going to be Jurassic World cards and one set is going to be Jurassic Park cards. So we just need to figure out how we're going to design these two card areas to represent that. By the way, the paths I'm using, they are my own. This is my own path mod. Nice hexagonal grey path, Return to Jurassic World's path, which I've turned into a nice blue and black as opposed to the standard black it had, and this nice orange mosaic, which is supposed to represent the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis path. This path pack is on Nexus, should anybody want it. So I'm just going to continue with getting on with this area down here. We're going to make this into a sort of a little dune, sort of have it cut across sort of this way, I think. I might want to put the intensity up a bit. Just want a sort of a little like sand dune-esque sort of effect. Get rid of some of these more. Yeah, that'll do. No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll use rocks and stuff to when we will have a DLC about the hybrid of Doctor Who. It is sort of the one thing that we are missing is those hybrids. I expect them to come back, but I don't think it'll be in a full DLC. I have a feeling it will probably be in the form of a dinosaur pack.
I was say over this
because I have a feeling a full DLC would be too much like the first game. What am I doing for... Alright, yeah, I need to layer some rock at the back. better.
Yeah.
We put some stones and stuff at the back. A little bit of sand under the water.
There was so many.
Couple of slightly smaller ones in here. That'll do. And bigger maps for sandbox. So the problem with having bigger maps for sandbox, especially for console players, is that the console's hardware just is not up to it. It's one of the primary reasons why there are so many limitations on the game already. It's the console requirement. Consoles, they're certainly getting up there in terms of their capabilities, but they're still nowhere near computer levels in terms of RAM, in terms of their GPUs and such. And the problem with bigger sandbox maps is you do kind of need more sort of hardware power to get them to be as good as you can. So again, it's another unfortunate limitation of the game being designed for console as well. Is that us people who have PCs get a compromised game so that it can be played by more people, which I don't necessarily, I don't have a problem with it being on console. I do have a problem with the game being compromised though. But it's just one of those things. Right. Nice little oasis over there. Let's put in some flowers. I think we'll go with those yellow ones. Have a nice patch here. And I think we'll have some over here as well. Let's make them red this time. Yeah, that's good. Let's put in a few water plants. It's probably a bit too many water plants. I want this to be pretty clear. That'll do. And I think down here we'll just have a few rocks. And a couple of trees. Okay, Rexy. Please do consider dropping in. Oh, hello, sarcastically. You joined quite a quiet, dead stream, unfortunately. Seems I've picked wrong time to do streams today. Oh well. We'll bravely carry on. Excellent. Right, herbivores. We need a small little herbivore for our little cheap area there. When will someone do the new challenge? I mean, the stream I did a few weeks ago, I did the pterosaur challenge, Rexy. So if you want to go and watch that, you can. I know Sarcastically's done a lot of them. Let's see, a cheap dinosaur for Homalocephaly maybe, or Oviraptor. Let's go with Homalocephaly. I'm going to need my spreadsheet up so I can have a look at all these skins. just wanted them out of the way. Why? You could just not play them, then they would be out of the way sarcastically. Let's have a look at her Malicephaly skins once my spreadsheet loads up. Probably going to go with some desert color schemes for this. That's not how it works. Yes, it is. If you just don't do them... Oh. Out of your mind. Ah, I see. Were they getting to you? I need to be that 100%. Why? It doesn't do anything sarcastically. You get literally nothing from doing them. My spreadsheet will not load. That's slightly annoying. Let's try loading you up again. It's going to take time to load the document up. I am painfully aware of that fact. I'm pretty sure for Sonor and Desert will probably work quite well. Maybe... Maybe the white? To be honest, these two campaign achievements are worse. Why are they? What makes them worse? Let's go and put these three in here.
Heading to collect the asset.
Total pain getting the 5 stars and fitting everything in. Yeah, it's why I gave up on... Like, once the Malta campaign was done and dusted, I was like, yeah, screw this, I'm not making them 5-star parks. They're just not worth... It's just not worth my time. Now, I do want to do... Ooh. At last, my spreadsheet is up. I went with Sonoran Desert and Rana. Yeah, that should be fine. I want to make some little guest areas down here.
I can think it's like I think it's kind of like in the same way as like this stuff where it's like an event space kind of thing.
Dane is playing Dungeons and Dragons, by the way. That is the noise you can hear in the background.
Assets in the air.
Let's move these up.
Asset transported.
There we go.
I'm Dr. Kajal Dua,
Oh my god.
and while you're keeping an eye on...
No, 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 no. You can shut up, do a voice. No, go away. Oh, and get rid of subtitles. Where is subtitles? Where is subtitles these days? Accessibility. There we go. Shut up, doer. The San Marie Island is a joke. Yeah, see, I don't understand how you're ever going to get to complete that on that island. It's just so small.
So I'm just looking down here. The edge in a location.
I think we'll just stick a tree in each corner.
Rude.
And we have like a little walkway through. stick in some tables and
You don't even think
chairs.
that programming is a lot of work. It's like, oh yeah, shit. Oh wait, that's not the shit.
Lovely.
We have fun.
Guests can enter the park. Yes, they can.
They have a pretty fun time. God,
There's our lovely Hemelacephaly. Cute. What do we need for food? Ground fiber and ground leaf. So I'm gonna have to put ground leaf in here somewhere. Ground leaf, ground fiber. Ground leaf, ground fiber. Ah, these do provide ground leaf and ground fiber though. That's good. So we can have like a little flowery oasis. And some other plants. Lovely. These guys should be alright. I need to grab another skin pattern though, I think. Okay, modify the genome. Let's go with black with orange head. Yukon River. It's not really a desert color scheme though. Let's go with the light grey and dark Papyrana. So that. Excellent. Oh yeah, we have the new indicators, don't we? Let's have a similar seating area over here, just for symmetry. Lovely. There we go. So there's our two cheapest properties, our Troodon and our Hemelacephaly. Not sure what to put in the tax boxes yet. Welcome back, sarcastically. Not sure what to put in these open areas either. Might just do a rock feature or something.
The only thing I think that's
Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, good. So this rail station is our first rail station. This needs to be themed. Now what it's going to do is it's going to basically pop out the top of this path and then travel all the way along the inside of here to the next station. Even down to add a few joins. Yeah, probably a rock feature or something. Now, a question I do have is the tall truck buildings. They don't all intermix, do they? They have to be all of one building. So park tour building or the guided tour building? Just because I like the design of this particular structure, I'm gonna make it Jurassic World. But I do want to make sure it's sort of roughly center. Well, not center, but at least not at the
Muscle
right at
memory
the
target and
edge.
all that.
So let's start it here. Yeah, it's just a nice design of building. Where's the center
Well,
point?
just hook me all over.
Should have probably left that center line in. There we go. Yep, and then it'll basically pop out here, turn 90 degrees, hop over the path, and turn 90 degrees again. And you need to be going clockwise. We'll have like a seating area here. So, is that thick enough? Not quite. A little bit thicker. Yeah, that'll do. Like such. And then we'll have some decorations just to protect the outside. You should put Myosaura in the tax box because they look like they've been a civil servant working for at least 80 years. I mean, you're not wrong. They certainly do look like they've seen some stuff, haven't they?
Doesn't necessarily worth anything. As is common, apparently.
Gonna switch to
I love the way she was like, yeah, common. It's like, that's a weird one.
box decorations for this area.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Fucking amusing though. Funny.
And stick a tree in the end. Don't know about that actually. Kind of think fencing would do better. So what's our first train station theme going to be? I think we should go with bias-in, I think, or something like that. And save the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park themes for a little further up. Don't worry about the coughing in the background, by the way. It's just Dane. He's not feeling very well. It's a chest infection. That's what's wrong. There we go. Maybe Ginkgo? Ginkgo, my trusty Ginkgo. There we go. Trusty Ginkgo has failed me. Come on, you can put more trees in there. There we go. Rocks. And placeable trees. Hello, Evolution Square. How was your trip to London? Or how was your getting to London? I hope there was no significant problems dealing with our mass transit system, which is on the verge of breaking itself apart. Jolly! Nice. Okay. There's our banana palms. Good, and then let's just stick some flowers in here for... Actually, yeah, let's go with those. Little embedding, nice. Oh, come on, I wanted some flowers in there, dude. Flowers. That's better. Nice. So this rail station will be, I think, Biosyn themed. Oh wow, that is certainly a rarity in Britain, that's for sure. No one gives up a seat in Britain. Right, let's go one in. One in. Ugh. Why would you do that? I'll fix that at a later point. One in. Yeah. Keep that as is. I think we'll just thicken up this path. Or shall we mark it out? Let's mark it out. Meh, I'll fix that whenever. Okay, Biosyn themed train station. She did you lot proud as an ambassador. Well, thank God for that. Hello, Lima. We're not all bad, but the seat thing is proper odd. That I do agree with sarcastically. It is proper odd to have anyone in this country share their seats. So, I quite like the Biosyn Fossil Centre. I think it looks quite unusual, quite always quite artistic in a way. So I think we'll definitely have one of these for our train station-esque site. Pop you down there. I want this whole area to kind of be a bit of a plaza. So we'll switch to posh path. Bit annoying that the posh path in the shadow looks grey. It's actually not. It's actually more of a whitish colour. But the shadows in these mountains are... It's really bizarre that it appears like that over here, but over here it's like the proper colour. I think it's the way they do their shadows. No, I might not do it in that. Might do it in a different colour instead. Might use the orange. Good old JPOG orange. Why would you do that? I never share my seat when I'm in car. Yeah. Lima, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, good. Okay, that's better. That's not straight. I think we need to have like a restaurant or something near the train station. There's always a restaurant near a train station.
I feel like I came back.
Fast food of some description.
Cavonia has been grabbed.
I really miss the small like amenity buildings we had in the Return to Jurassic Park DLC for the last game. Those were so useful. There you go. Change the day-night cycle to 10 minutes, fast forward till the big shadow is gone, then set to 24 hour. Ah. So it's set to day-night. Oh, it's just cancelled that setting, hasn't it? I see. Evo, that's I didn't know about that. Excellent. That'll do. That'll do right there. What, and then just keep it on 24 hours for day-night cycle duration. Okay. Excellent. Well, that works. Okay, let's replace these then with my lovely posh path. Thank you, Evo. Right, food. We need a food place down here. Little one. Will a medium? Will a medium fit in here? It will. Don't want it.
You're killing him. You're fucking killing him, Willow.
Don't worry, Dane is not actually killing people. He's playing Dungeons and Dragons. There we go. I think that works. Aye. What colour scheme do I want to use for this? I've paid for and contributed to society. I'm a bye-bye, Evo. Colour scheme for our building. Okay, first of all, we need to change this to panels, because you can't really gauge the colour without the panels. I think
of the music they play in Nightmare.
we'll go with
Very old.
white.
As the youngest person in this group, I should not know what that is, but
Boot Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Alamosaurus, Dreadnoughtus 2022 dinosaur. What do you mean, Matthias? I've been trying to get into servers on both Legacy and Ephemera. Okay, are they all full, Lima? I did have trouble getting onto a server earlier on to give my Acrocanthosaurus some food. Although I did have quite a lot of fun scaring the absolute shit out of 3 Ceratosaurus, who didn't realize, well, they knew I was there, they just didn't know where because it was pitch black, until I suddenly appeared out of the gloom and scared the living daylights out of all of them. It was quite good fun. Save as default colours.
Oh, don't worry.
Go concrete. We'll go with proper style entrance. We'll have it on that side. We'll have some upstairs
The
seating.
hilarious part is you're older than my brother.
Plants? Not those sorts of plants.
3 to 4 years older than me. Apparently he's 3 years older than me.
I want like the smaller... Yeah, something like that. Or the tables and chairs, actually. We'll have outdoor tables and chairs. And we would get sushi in a train station, or would we get vegan? We want burgers. We'll get burgers. Lovely.
I mean, I just had the ultimate... Hey, all you guys had the supper. I had the ultimate cheat, remember how
I want to put some
What's the last
trees in here. A couple of rocks. Rocks are in the environment tab, aren't they? Always confuses me that they're not in the decoration tab.
So halfway through the year, I'm just the year, and then it never happened. The year plus 1.
There we go. Nice. What else shall we have down at our biosyn themed train station? I'm thinking... let's see. What other biosyn buildings have we got? We've got the staff center.
Best way for it to work.
Do you like the biosyn staff center? I think it looks quite decorative. Though I'm not sure what purpose it would serve. Maybe as
Literally.
don't know. Maybe a library. Reminds me of a library building, actually.
Or you just copy and pasting.
Actually, this is more like a library, the fossil center. This, I don't know. Maybe public loos, actually. I could see that being like a public loo building. Quite like there being a gap in the middle. We'll do something with that. Trees or something. And I think we could do with one more building in here,
as well.
if we can find one that
If I can launch
fits.
the prototype down, I can
Biosyn. Yeah. Maybe the emergency shelter?
Yeah, not the answer. I'll do that now.
Although, what would the emergency shelter be in a biosyn in a train station? What could this building represent for a train station? Maybe a transformer room or something? Actually, isn't there... Yeah, some actual biosyn.
Yeah, actually. Next value color I'm using. Consistent.
Power plant? How big is the power plant? Very big, okay. Not the power plant then. No, you could just have like a seating area here and just give it like some biosyn themed fountains and stuff.
That is right.
I love scaring Ceratos too and Utahs. Well, the Ceratos actually turned out to be friendly, and then I killed them because they wanted to be killed. Gave me plenty of food, so my acro is back up to maximum. It was just funny watching them in chat because they were really scared, and they just kept talking in chat, wondering where I was because they were in a mixed pack. And I didn't say anything back until they asked me to talk, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll stop scaring you now. One in the rough middle. And then I think we need some lighting in here. Some bias in light poles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What color? White is a bit much. I'm thinking yellow. Yellow lighting. Yeah, I do. Actually, let's leave the gap in the middle. We'll put some trees or something in there. Decorations tab. Three. It's gonna annoy me. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, that is me.
1 and 2.
Yeah, you have to wait for a long rest. Specifically for you, it's after.
And yeah, we'll just put some like trees and stuff in the middle. That's a bit of a big tree. Let's have some things shorter.
Yeah, you have,
No worries, Turbo.
it's quite literally you have to wait for a long rest and then spend additional time on the long rest to do that. It's stupid, but let's just bypass that.
I kind of want this one to look like it's leaning on the.
I think you can enforce it by lagging behind every time she changed her spell list. Everyone was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do this," and Kai was like, "Give me like an hour or two."
Something like that. God, why are trees on the decorations tab, but rocks are on the environment tab? God, every time.
Yeah. That's apparently takes the same amount of time.
I have a couple of palms, and what we'll do is we'll sink them into the ground to look like bushes.
Oh no, specifically preparing spells.
There you go. And we'll do something similar on this side. Sink them in to look like bushes. And then cover the rest in flowers if I can get to the flower brush. It's quiet stream today. People must be busy.
Yeah. Oh.
There you go. And I think this calls for a statue. Let's have... Yowople? Little Yowople statue? Yeah. Couple of little Yowople statues. No climbing on the statues, children. Even though we'd all probably climb on the statues ourselves. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe a fourth. And we could do some bias-in related stuff, couldn't we? You know, maybe instead of those planters, we could put in some bias-in decorations. Just for that bias-in feel. There. A little bias-in themed train station area there. Good. I think we can actually open the park now, can't we? Now we have some dinosaurs in here. I'm too old to be climbing on statues. You're never too old to climb on a statue, dude. There we go. Excellent. Bloody big hole though there. Probably manually put in a tree.
So it just looks uncomfortable.
Alhamalacephaly, happy. Good. Right, next along pterosaurs. So these are usually like a blue coloration, a light blue on the actual Monopoly board. So I've decided we'll make them pterosaur enclosures instead. I think I was fiddling around with sort of what style I wanted to go for down here. You know, I prefer the Jurassic Park style to these Jurassic World ones. Jurassic World ones are just so horribly big and ungainly. The Jurassic Park style just looks nicer. Now hopefully I should just be able to the arrows denote where stuff goes, right? So it's about if it's about there, I think that should work. Viewing attraction, Jurassic Park.
Fucking rich from you.
Okay, so we kind of need to move the aviary slightly.
Very first session.
That should do.
I feel like kicking some.
Honestly, I have no idea what's going on in the background. I apologise.
Just climbed up.
But why is that? Hang on, why is that formed? Why did that do that? It's got to be flat. Thank you. Let's just done it again. Why isn't it? It's because of this stupid water in here. Is that really what it's kicking up a fuss about? No, it's not. It's something else. Why are you not? Oh, because this is not flat either. You formed a... You put it on a lip. Why did it do that? This is definitely flat.
I know I do.
What other games do you like? I like quite a range, but I am a bit picky at times.
I was just gonna say, I understand. I'm trying to be whatever's artists, trying not to be
So I'm happy. I'm kind of happy playing FPS games, as Lima knows, because I brought Call of Duty just for him, so we could play zombies. For example, I like driving games, but they have to be on the console ready for that, because I don't have the sort of all the control gizmos on the computer. You know, I'm not kind of fussy when it comes to games. There are a few games I will never play, just out of
Yeah, the Rub-a-Dub-Dub is the pub, and Pig's Ears are beers.
sheer dignity. So I will never play No Man's Sky, because I think what they did with the development of that game was basically unforgivable, in my opinion. And yeah, maybe the game might be good now, but that doesn't distract from the fact that they lied for ages.
Yeah, Rub-a-Dub-Dub and Pig's Ears is something that they just say around, so it's like, how do I play a character who has no idea what he's saying? It's like, go to the bar and get something.
I also don't really like beat 'em up games, so... But that's mostly because I'm just not very good at them. I just don't have the skills for playing stuff like Tekken and things like that.
Hey.
Although I used to watch my housemate play Tekken, and I was always in awe of some of the stuff he could pull off. So. Right, we need some feeders in here. Button smashers, exactly, button bashers. I don't really see the point of button smashing games either, because like there's no real skill to them, in my opinion. But then, having watched my flatmate play them, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll accept there is kind of a skill to this. So.
Sorry. Happy Beholder. That's what I remember.
Put in some water plants. Why wouldn't you put water plants in around that? I mean, honestly. Right. We need a... I think Dimorphodon is too small for this level. I mean, they are what? I think they're worth 100 on the board. So I think we could go with something a little bigger than Dimorphodon. Tempted to go with something like Pterodactylus. Do we have a size?
I have 400.
No, we don't. Okay, Pterodactylus. My other half has GT7, been watching that a bit. Gran Turismo games were another type of game I just could not get into.
That would be roughly correct, I think.
I'm kind of fussy with my driving games. Like, I don't like driving games that are too... this is Pterodactylus, isn't it? Driving games that are too unrealistic. So things like Need for Speed, where you just drift everywhere. I don't like those sort of driving games, but at the same time, I don't like stuff like Gran Turismo 7, where it's too realistic, it's not fun. I'm kind of in the middle. Pterodactylus, Killian Mountains with... let's see. Killian Mountains with Rana apparently is nice, so we'll go with that. And we'll go with 2, because it's quite a small... Obviously, it's quite a small enclosure, and we don't want it to be too... They're not exactly huge pterosaurs, but we don't want them to be stuck. I think that's acceptable. We'll get rid of this.
Space.
There we go.
Oh, worthless.
And I think just for environment's sake, let's
So it just like looks. Oh my god, I'm rich.
I think I want to put some trees and stuff around here. Would require a lot of trees and stuff though. Let's put in a bit of path here, just to like that. Quite like the idea of stopping guests being able to get too close to the aviary. So we'll just stick a bit of fencing around that.
Very clearly stated. Used without growth. It's
There
a
we go.
sacrifice for their god.
It's not gonna snap for me. Ah. And then we can stick in some trees and stuff in here. Manually though, because I bet you it won't let me put down. Ah, ginkgo. Those trusty ginkgos. They never cease to stick at least a couple in.
Ironically.
Such a good tree bush. I wish the rest of the tree bush brushes were as effective as the ginkgo.
And fast. Scotland line.
I think that works. Couple of rocks in here. I think I've tried Forza, not too bad, but I'm mainly on my PC with Jurassic World Evolution 2 at the moment, not played on my PS4 for a while. I used to play Colin McRae. Yeah, I used to play Colin McRae. I think on the I had the one that was on the PlayStation 1, I believe. Poor old late Colin McRae. Died in a helicopter crash. Who could have guessed that? Be like Steve Irwin dying to those stingrays, like... Not what any of us were expecting. I've not tried a Forza game though, so maybe I'll have to give one of those a shot at some point if I feel in the mood to do racing again. Right, I think for our pterosaurs, we'll design some fountains.
Walk along. Thing is the rocket barrel a moon? Because it's not a satellite, is it?
Actually, we'll have one as a fountain and one as a seating area.
See, that's the
let's
differentiation.
have-
Moonstones are expensive. Asteroid stone.
Let's put a tree in the middle. Give it a circular. No. We'll have a normal base. Nice. Seating area and right statues. Pterodactylus statue. Okay, we'll plop you down and then grab you with Kai's tools so that we can stick you up on this fountain here. There we go. And then as long as we stick in a few plants, that's a bit big. That's also a bit big.
Like Twilight.
Can we grab hold of this one with N? There we go. Sink it down. This one, sink it down, but not too much. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Put a few plant pots around.
Probably. Switch backstairs, which looks really weird.
Aye, I'm happy with that. Cool. What's your opinion on the latest Call of Duty? Answering that would require me to answer what my opinion of Call of Duty in general is. I think it's a game franchise that's starting to lose its way, or has been losing its way for a while. It seems like they're not entirely sure what they're doing with it anymore. It's like they keep coming up with kind of gimmicks to try to keep it going, and I just don't think they're achieving very much with it.
That's actually kind of crazy. That means
I think their biggest problem, sort of, I stopped playing the Call of Duty games where they just became a bunch of, you know, pro war on terror, let's go around killing people who aren't 1/4 Christian and 1/4 bald eagle. So when they started going Modern Warfare stuff is where they kind of lost me.
Does the magic of imagination exist?
At this point in time, I think the best thing for them to do is to just actually make a zombie game, because the Call of Duty Zombies mode is kind of what everyone plays them for anyway. Yeah, you get people who play, like, multiplayer, but a majority of people play the COD games now for zombies, I feel. And I kind of think if they just made a zombies game, that people would go mad for that. Actually, I don't want this one to be beachy. I want this one to be a bit more like lakeside. Good little way of improving your aviaries, by the way, if you play with mods on at least. Put in a natural backing, just to disguise some of the concrete. Right, this, we're going for something that's a little more wooded and stuff, so... I wish I had Kai's vegetation mod was working again, because then I could have probably had like some birch trees or mango trees or something like that there, but we'll make do. Right, fish. Again, we want some water plants in here. Fibrous ground cover are basically water plants. They're all horsetails and stuff like that, so it makes sense for you to put them near water sources. And then we'll put some more general ferns and stuff around here, so it looks nice and wooded. Maybe a few smaller stones here and there. Right, and I think for this one, we'll have something... I do like the Genuinopterus. It's got such nice colour schemes. Why do I want to get drunk, but I don't drink? You don't drink, Turbosol? Good.
Casually. So,
let's go with... Tapajara. Let's have a look for some nice Tapejara skins. T for Tapejara. Let's go Chaplin Valley.
Precautions could be taken.
Forest Green. Actually, what's this one? Helophylax and Svalbard. Looks like an interesting combo. And again, we'll have two. Oh, I used to it. I just drive so much it's not worth it. Yeah, I suppose if you do a lot of driving, then and if not drinking, it's kind of a basic standard, isn't it? There's our Tapejara.
I like the thing of I can't tell them I know. Very much unlike Zone Truth, I was used to saying.
Like these guys could do with like a perch or something.
Yeah.
There you go. Drink is expensive. True. Drink is about as expensive as petrol these days. You know, I'm kind of surprised how quiet this stream's been. We had a lot more people watching our drunk golf with your friends, which is the one I thought we wouldn't have people watching.
There has to be
And then I've gone back to Jurassic World, and people aren't interested. It seems. Oh well, it's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess.
given how low. Given how like low level you have to think there's some kind of item which would just stop that.
Let's put in some ginkgos again. Can we stick in a ginkgo somewhere around here? Yeah, there we go. That'll do. There's our Tapejara one. So we'll do the same for this one on here, but we'll
Magic is radiation.
do it symmetrically. So we need... Where are the rounded? 1, 2, and 3.
Oh yeah, shit.
Go with a fountain in the middle. Like that. We need to find the Tapejara statue.
Yeah.
Tapejara. We'll change. Ooh, whoops.
Oh my god, I see him, the lads.
Change his height.
The lad.
There you go. We'll hide that little awkward, horrible.
I'm slightly concerned.
There we go. Whoops. We just increase the height just a little bit, just to hide that sticking out. That works. Grab a tree, shrink down. There we go. You should do a monthly drunk stream. Yeah, no, I'm not sure our bank accounts nor our livers would be happy about that. alcohol isn't exactly cheap these days. Not to mention, there's only so many drunk streams you can do before you kind of run out of ideas of what you can do.
Wait, was that what the fuck game character, by the way?
2, 3, 4, 5 tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. Lovely. There's our Tapejara one for 100 again. And then we need a slightly more expensive one for this end, because this is obviously the most expensive one on the board.
Would Brandon Papa, if you could look after yourself?
And I think for biome inside here, I think we'll go with something kind of coastal. So we'll go quite heavy with your water. Put in some rocks. Coastal style. What we want to do is kind of have the illusion that this is just like
I was gonna do the exact same
completely
thing.
coastline. So as soon as we put a dinosaur in, we'll get rid of that hatchery there. Feeder, obviously, and I think we'll put Pteranodon in here. My mate had 15 shots on my birthday, then had to stop serving us. I was sober as I was driving. It's always like annoying if you have to help other people. Like if you're the only one not drinking, so you end up as designated driver. I'm gonna need to disguise the edge of that.
What is that here anyway?
Now if that bit is the only bit of sand, the rest...
I think we notice there's not many. Well, astral elves said we're not very good at it. Someone said
We'll
there's
make
not many space spirits.
as dark as we can manage it. Not easy.
It's place to light.
Pteranodon. And we'll just go with the 2001s. Because they're the only ones worth having. Even though I think
Guys, we're running out of section 2.
they look demented without proper crests, but it is what it is. There we go. Get rid of that. Now we can put more water in. Excellent. Finish putting in the coastal rocks. Like this. Put in a couple of perches for these guys to sit on. Like this. And then we have our coastline themed exhibit. I've gotten to the point where my laziness has well taken over the annoyance of putting up with people harassing me to have a drink. I'm drinking hot chocolate and not walking home. Live with it. Achievement unlocked. One down, one to go. Damn, sarcastically, you're going to make me want to have hot chocolate. But we don't have any in, I think. I think we're out over here at the Triclaw house. Okay, let's make this look as coastal as we can. There we go. Maybe have the sand on the edges. Yeah, that looks okay. Nice. Excellent. I'm not a fan of hot chocolate, but I do like fudge and white chocolate.
So it's just like
White chocolate is my favorite.
Huh.
Um,
I'm learning something today.
I think what I'm going to do is... So the plan is if there is an especially big dinosaur that we kind of expand their slot slightly. I also want to think about the... So I've made a change to the board. There's no longer 2 high worth properties. There's now
So, yeah,
3.
Patrick.
So this would be for
The person
probably
isn't that weird.
the 3 hybrids, I would suspect, would probably go in there. And then these ones would probably be, I don't know, maybe T-Rex, something like that. I want to kind of fill in this chest, the chest box here. So this will probably be like the Jurassic Park card. So if you were to land on here, you pick a Jurassic Park card. So what shall we do for the sort of symbol? I think it would be a good idea to have like a plaza. Maybe let's find the midpoint. Midpoint is okay. How big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's roughly the mid there. Let's go up 2 from the mid. No, let's go up 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Out there, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Yep. Let's put some diagonals. These I think will have as grey.
This is just where we're going to get a jump scare. I saw. You dyed your hair.
Same for over here.
I don't believe it's like a very non-committal. Yeah, I know.
And then around the outside we'll have I think the Jurassic Park cards are surrounded by orange.
Yeah.
So I can eat at any time of night, sarcastically.
Would you have any idea what's a bit of like London sword? Harlem's wood. What the fuck is BB lying on?
Still not sleeping. See you later, sarcastically. Thank you for popping in.
Alright, ruined.
Right. I quite want there to be a raised section, so that it does kind of look like a card. We'll smoothen out.
I don't think manipulating people works here, man.
Smooth it out as much as we can.
Charging.
That works. Just enough.
Oh, the fuck did I just do? Good.
There we go. A little bit more. There we go. A little bit of a raised top, so it looks like you've got like a playing card sort of shape there. Apparently so, Turbo Soul. This has been kind of dead, kind of disappointed. I kind of hoped that our first stream of 2023 would be a bit more populated than this, but oh well. Perhaps I just picked a bad Sunday. Not every stream can be a success, I suppose. My YouTube videos past week, I've been doing the normal views and likes.
That's the
Yeah, I think
case.
people are,
It
it's
just
that
we
sort
talked
of
about an issue with,
beginning
Anderson.
of the new year slump, I think.
Captain Sartell, will you refer us to?
There we go. I'm wondering what sort of building we could have here in the middle to represent Jurassic Park. Maybe try to recreate a scene. There's not a lot of space to recreate a scene with.
Yeah, something to do with crystal, like trees and stuff, and things that come out of them, which hurts a lot. So it just rubs his shoulder.
Well, that's good. Took Triclaw best part of a year to get to 200. I'm hoping we can get to our 1000 goal by March. We'll see how it goes. Okay, Jurassic Park. We need a simple building or decoration we can stick in there to represent JP. Maybe we should just recreate a scene, actually.
Okay.
Let's try to recreate a
We
scene.
wasted about half a week coming here.
We need the
Wasted is a bit of a strong word.
toilet.
Yeah, but you know, time spent.
So, bathroom building. Need to try to like create the
This is very epic music.
patio area. We need the fencing. Was that sort of the fencing they used? No, it's probably more that style. Damage tool is this one.
Slightly like,
Let's break it a bit. There we go. Let's put in some rocks and trees behind.
no.
Environment tab. Like so. T-Rex. Where's our T-Rex? T-Rex statue.
How quickly? Now, or
Is that the only T-Rex statue we have? Looks like it.
Clara, you got that? I smell which can make me walk while I sleep.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just have to put up with that T-Rex
Oh my
statue.
God.
And we'll have it breaking through the fence like it did in the film.
It's just
There we go. Just a little scene from the first movie recreated to represent picking one of the Jurassic Park cards. Yeah, March 5th is my birthday, yeah, so... It would be nice to have it...
wait. You can hear it too? I thought it was just me.
It would be nice to have it by then.
Wait, where did you hire the bards from? You must recruit a bard.
There we go. There's our little Jurassic Park... Take a Jurassic Park card spot. How much time we got left? 20 minutes.
You know, all in a week's work.
What can we do in 20 minutes?
If I'm alive, I will. As you can tell, 3 of us have the plague.
Probably do our first exhibit here. These are, what are they color on the board? Are they the orange or the pink? I can't remember. It's brown, blue. Isn't it pink? Then yellow, and then isn't it red and orange on that side? I can't.
I'm just waiting for us to find something.
Can't quite remember. Well, whatever the case. Let's put in another exhibit. Are we going with... How big are those exhibits? 1, 2. 2 doesn't seem enough.
Right, yeah.
Two and a bit, it looks like. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, that looks...
What's the name of the parrot?
No, it is 2.
Ira!
Well, that still seems to be a bit thin. Why didn't I put in the blocks for the other bits? Oh well. At least got 6 likes.
Displayed of along one arm.
That would be Dame playing Dungeons and Dragons. Right, attraction. Let's have... Viewing galleries. Let's go with viewing galleries for this one.
Here's the question: does anyone know a group of peanut allergy? It's time to decide.
Slightly stronger fencing here because these guys are going to be more dangerous. Yeah, we put all the computers in the same room because it was just easier to do stuff like the internet and everything. These are not the same shape. That's a bit better. Right, so what should we put in here? Yeah, it makes it easy to do some things, but other things it's slightly less helpful. I want this to kind of be like a little grassland
The
exhibit.
music does not match what's happening right now.
Something a little.
I love the way it was fucking so, and I was just like, I have to do this. Nah, they recognize it.
Larger. Probably a hadrosaurid of some description, I think. Yes, his keyboard is very loud. Shatungo. Dinosaur King. This is only pink spot on the board. Shatungo is probably more like over here with the bigger. This is a fairly cheap space on the Monopoly board. I think Shatungo is probably a little big and impressive for that.
It has. That's like end of the world dramatic. Little much. I start to be rolled?
Okay, stick in a few rocks.
God damn, Rin.
Coretho. Coretho could fit.
Rangers rolled a 22.
It is our one of our cheaper hadrosaurs.
You know what the worst part about that is? I can actually cure that because it's level up.
Maybe, let's have a look. Really? You haven't, Turbosaur? Okay. That actually honestly surprises me. Coretho was the suggestion, wasn't it? Yeah, or maybe Edmonto, or...
22 goes to 11, 11 goes to 22. What?
Don't know, I think maybe Edmontosaurus, or Iguanodon maybe, or...
Especially for someone who, like, going first
Parasaurolophus is a bit
actually
too
makes really good
famous.
sense for them. Ridden Para.
Sintao... No. Okay, let's go with... I think Iguanodon is more fancy than Coretho. Interesting. Corethosaurus it is.
It's like if they haven't taken it, I think the
Corethosaurus.
last person still declines.
Limpopo River and... Muddy Green. Let's go with Chaplin Valley and Rana.
They're just slightly dazed.
And we'll take 2 of them. And we'll see how much space there is, and maybe we'll put in another color pattern.
Just in case it's...
The electricity utility station looks quite good, I think.
Oh god, that's heat, isn't it?
I do like my Jurassic Return to Jurassic World style path. The cracked grey and the blue and black symbols. Imagine doing all of this not in Sandbox. It wouldn't be possible to do it not in Sandbox. It just you just have way too many restrictions.
So it's...
Quite like the idea
You
of maybe
re-roll the
using the
result of those
Malta walls here to compartmentalize this.
Oh, that hammer.
Just put in some trees.
Which I think is still lower. It's two of them.
Nice. We maybe put in
Age.
I quite like the idea of these being slightly themed. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I think we've got enough room in here for 2 more of another colour. Should do a stream on City Skylines. Maybe. I mean, I did videos on City Skylines and no one watched them. So... And that's the thing. Like, I'm only going to do stuff that people actually watch. Otherwise, it's just a waste of my time. Svalbard and Paul Krana. Where are we? There we are. What do they eat? Ground fibre. Oh, they've got ground fibre. They'll be fine. Chuck in some more in the water. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, and then 1 there, and then 1 there. Nice. But yeah, maybe I'll think about doing a stream City Skylines Cybersoul. Next 2 streams for me on Sunday will be... They'll both be Jurassic World Evolution. So next stream, next Sunday, will be Jurassic World Evolution. We'll be continuing with this park. And then after that, on Sunday, will probably be... I don't know, a different game. Something that's not dinosaur related. Dane will also be doing a stream next week. Probably Slime Rancher, I should think. Or he might do Planet Zoo if I can convince him to do that. Yeah, assuming he doesn't, like, lose his voice or anything between now and then. I think these are sort of grassland colours. I think they work quite well. Yeah, we've done quite a bit of the board so far. We're what? I'd say a quarter of the way there. We need to decide what to put in tax. We need to create a Jurassic World style card thing. So it needs to be basically look like this, but be a Jurassic World style instead.
I'm way too hyped for that.
Yeah, I think this is turning out to be quite an interesting little experiment. Obviously, I need to decide also what to put in these 2 empty areas in front of the areas here and here. Although I might leave them just empty. But yeah, I think it's looking good. Obviously, these train lines also need to be created and connected up.
I think there is in range for red.
What I want to kind of do is have them, I think, have a forest line that runs along the edge of this path that the train line kind of gets hidden by, so they're away from the path. And then maybe in certain areas have maybe in the corners have little exhibits that they go through to have some of our other animals in. I don't know. Oh, Nerd Guy, you've joined just towards the end of the stream, but I can show you what we've done so far. So we have our Troorodon exhibit down here, our cheapest area, Troorodon. Then we have our first Jurassic Park scene to represent taking a Jurassic Park card. Then we have our next least expensive, which is our Hamalocephali. Aww. In their little desert oasis. Need to figure out what's been in the tax slot. Then we have our first themed train station area, so our Biosyn themed area. With our first train station. Next property, our Ceradactylus exhibit, which is a sort of desert oasis themed landscape. Got a space for our Jurassic World card, so you need to put one in there. Then we have a grassland style exhibit for our Tapejara. Where are they? Where are our Tapejara? Where are they hiding? Oh, they're both on that rock. Completely missed them. They're quite camouflaged, actually. Even with their bright crests and stuff. Couldn't see them. And then we have our coastal style Pteranodon exhibit. I think they're sleeping. Don't knock on the glass. They hate it when they knock at you when you knock on the glass. There's our jail, or our Dimetrodon guarded jail cells for naughty dinosaurs. Then we have our Corythosaurus paddock here, which is our first on, I think it's pink at this end or something like that. So, yeah, there's our... We're about a quarter of the way across. We just need to do the rest of the pinks, and then the oranges, and then the reds, and then... I can't remember what colour it is down here. Yellow, I think. And then our dark greens. I think the dark greens will be our big herbivores. I think the yellows... I think the reds might be our big carnivores, so T-Rex, stuff like that. And then the very, very far end, the most expensive, I think will probably be the hybrids, I should think. So we also need to have some marine animals somewhere. Might have some marine animals in the orange area here.
Oh.
Just give us a bit of a range. But yeah, it's looking good so far. I'm quite happy with how this little experiment is taking shape.
Holy shit.
But yeah, it's now 11 o'clock, so I'm going to head off. Thank you for those who did tune in to this quiet, but I think quite nice stream. Next week there will be a stream from Dane, probably on Friday. Probably Friday. To which he will be playing either Planet Zoo or Slime Rancher, something like that. And I will see you next week for a video. I think I'm going to do a video on... I'm not sure. Maybe making nicer looking aviaries or something like that. I'll have to decide. And then obviously I'll have my stream on Sunday where we'll be continuing with this park. But until those streams and videos, stay safe everyone. Hope you're enjoying 2023. and I will see you next time. Good evening, everybody.
Yep.